Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Friday. And this morning I figured before I went to work I would do a quick custom Gundam MSA review. So here we go. Happy Friday. This morning we are doing a review on my three custom GM Battle-Scarred Gundam MSA's version 1s. And I'm pretty sure I did a video on this guy on my earlier videos. He's pretty cool. Perfect stance. This is what I would imagine what Gene would look like if it was about to get his ass, destroyed by a fucking Zaku or something. It's my last stance. My only beam saber. That's ironically not battle scarred or even weathered. Here we go. But yeah. Now I did these guys last year before I moved at my old place, and they came out pretty cool actually. Um, I did this GM right here. I think what's he called? I think it's called like a GM gun cannon or something like that. Yeah, GM gun cannon. But I did him right before I started watching the 008 series, and so I just ironically assumed that those guys didn't really get damaged or anything during a TV show. But man, was I wrong? They used to get like blown up left and right, like over and over and over again, especially in outer space. And yeah, I started watching a TV show after him. This is actually the first GM that I did that I battle scarred. And after I started watching the TV show, and I was like, man, I should have had more battle scarring to. Those guys actually seen a lot of battle. And then, like this dude, as you've seen my videos before, he's got a blown off, like, mangled hand and arm and stuff. It's just all blown to hell. All custom. You actually see the wires and, metal bars and everything sticking out. I'm sorry about my camera, and it's a phone. I don't have money to buy a real camera. But, bear with me. Anyways, yeah. There's that. He's got shot. He was shot in the face. There we go. Yeah, he's actually heavily detailed. This one right here in particular, I just want him to look like he's been in a big giant war, And right now he's in, a 50-50 chance. He's either going to die or he's going to miraculously survive. He's got some more bullet holes. Big explosion, some gashes. Oh, he's missing his jetpack. That's awesome. I did not realize that. Looks like I'm going to have to go find it. But, yeah, my favorite part was this little leg right here. What I did was I took a lot of time designing this leg. I wanted to look like it was literally like chopped off by a beam saber or a heat hawk. And if you look really close, you can see really good detail too. You can see where the outer armor is and where all the mechanical stuff is. So I'm really proud of that. He's actually on eBay, but before I sell him, I'm gonna do a resin cast of that leg so I can always have one. And I don't want to sell it without doing that because it was a pain in the ass to do, especially with one of those little heat pins that I use. And this one right here, I like the blown up arm so much that I made another one. And this one right here, I just made him look like he's been through war and shit, but he's a little more better condition, And he's got some gashes, head fried a little bit, a bunch of bolt holes all over the place, another explosion mark. And he's missing part of his shoulder pad, and he's ironically missing a jetpack too. And I haven't messed with these guys in a while, so I'm pretty sure their jetpacks are in storage right now. So here's him. Here's Mr. Old Gimp. He can't do anything. He's a gimp. He can fly around. That's probably about it. But yeah, and this dude right here, also he's missing the jetpack, and he's missing I know a shoulder pad, but it's alright though. It gets my point across. And with this one, I did some careful articulation with the battle scarring too. I mean, no, because the way I see it, he's got all this armor on him, versus his counterpart doesn't really have much armor, but this guy has a fuck ton of armor. So I wanted to look like he got shot up and everything, maybe gashed a little bit and scratched up, but he's still able to take more damage and be fine with it. He's got a mild explosion right there on the skirt. Explosion on his leg. Man, they're pretty fun to make, It's my favorite thing about Gundams. My favorite was, the battle scarred, and that's what I do, ironically. I make battle scars because that's what I do. Helps me bring out my creativity. And check this guy out. What's really funny is that this one has a jetpack. Maybe because he was in the bag for such a long time. This is my newest one that I made. I made him right before I left. And moved into his new sexy house. But check him out. Now, this guy is really cool. I actually took a lot of time with the battle scarring. Big old explosion right there on his leg. Probably mangled his leg a little bit. Not so much happened back. He's got an explosion mark and gashes, but still good. Explosion mark, big old gash in his face, like somebody tried to tag him in the face with a He-Hawk, but didn't really get him too bad. Explosion right there in his cockpit. He almost died a couple of times. No big deal. But yeah, he's missing part of his foot too. Good stuff. Fuck yeah. Anyways, this is my little GM collection, and what's really shitty is that nowadays it's getting pretty hard trying to find these green GMs. It's pretty sad, really. I mean, the GM gun cans, those ones are still relatively easy to get, but just with these other GMs, it's just such a bitch to find now, and the ones you do find are ridiculously priced. Everybody wants $50 for them now. It's no, dude, I'm not going to spend $50 on a little action figure. I mean, 20 tops, but come on, it's a GM. I mean, I can totally understand if they want $50 for the original GM. If it's still in the box and such, but I mean, who has that kind of money, And it's not like people are buying msia all over again. I wish they would. Really help me out my cells. But yeah. Now these guys are part of my prize collection. I've had them for a while. But I have all these guys. I'm actually going to be keeping this one. These guys they're going to be on eBay pretty soon. I just don't have enough room for them. I literally have over 200 Gundams in my garage, and it takes up a lot of room, so gotta start selling them. It's alright though. At least I know they're going to good homes. And if there's anybody out there that has, these green GMs, they can be complete, they can be missing parts or whatever, just, give me a heads up and maybe we can work out a trade. Maybe I can buy them off you and do some resin cast. Trade a Gundam for your GM. Whatever works for you guys. But yeah. Also, stay tuned for my Halloween contest. I have a Halloween contest that actually started now, but unfortunately, I can't post anything on Facebook because Facebook is owned by a bunch of butthurt, fragile snowflake millennials that get offended over everything. And so they kept posting on my page about transsexual this, transsexual that. It's okay to have sex with a transsexual woman. It's like, that's not a woman, that's a man, bitch. you know? It's just really frustrating. They kept putting all these suggested posts about transsexuals and such, and I gotta hand it to you, I was pretty pissed off about it. It's like, I'm not gonna let anybody tell me that a man who puts on a dress and cuts his junk off and calls himself a woman is really a woman. It's not how it works. Really wish that the younger generation would learn to accept that, but they're a bunch of idiots. Obviously, I mean, they can't tell the difference between a penis and a vagina, and they get offended by everything. I don't know. It's just a rant. Sorry. This is supposed to be about Gundam. It's Friday. But yeah, anyways, please like and subscribe to my page, and stay tuned for my Halloween contest. The prize is going to be a Halloween Gale gig. It's about 40% complete. I'm just waiting more molds so I can mold and cast and make the figure. But yeah, stay tuned for some more Gundam msia reviews. Thanks.